It is 7th of September 2020 and the day is Monday. Class 10th. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Rabbi zidni ilma. Rabbi zidni ilma. Assalamu alaikum students. Today's my SLOs are: students will be able to illustrate the kinds of pronoun, make and use present and past participles, and also illustrate the use of gerund phrase, infinitive phrases, and also prepositional phrases. They will be able. I hope you will be fine. Today we have to do the exercise of unit number 8, peace. So let's start our lesson with vocabulary. Pick out words from the poem which mean the same as the howling. First is extremely noisy and the same meaning that is used in the poem roaring, smashing. Next, to be broken violently and noisily into pieces. That is not used in the poem, but its meaning is shattering, breaking into pieces, destroying, crashing. Third is to make something level by using a rake. To rake. The word to rake, that is the same word, and it is used in the poem. To make something turn rapidly down and round a central point, and the same word that is used in the poem, to spin. Next, lasting or existing forever, and the word that is used in the same in the poem, eternal. Next, the to speak or say something quietly using only one's breath so that only the people closest to one can hear, and the same word that is used in the same in the poem, to whisper. Next, B part is give synonym for each of the following words. Roaring, that synonym is howling, crying loudly, smashing, and its synonym is shattering, breaking into pieces or destroying. Spinning, and its synonym is whirling, rotating. Stillness, its synonym is quietness, peace. Core, its synonym is the central part, center, or we can be used reality. Next, C part, which word in each pair below the more positive connotation to use, circle your answer. इट्स मीन कि आपको नीचे गए दिए हुए कुछ अल्फाज दिए गए हैं, उन अल्फाज के जोड़ों में से आपने ये फाइंड करना है कि ज़्यादा आपके नज़दीक पॉजिटिव जिसका मीनिंग रखता है, जो ज़्यादा मुस्बत लुग़वी मफ़हूम रखता है, जिसको कैनोटेशन जिसको कहते हैं कि जो जिसका कुछ मानी ख़ास मानी हो, लुग़वी मफ़हूम रखने वाला हो, पॉजिटिव जो मस्बत अंदाज में हो, वो आपने अपना इसमें से चूज़ करना है, आपने इनसर्कल करना है, सर्कल करना है कि कौन सा है। ये पेयर आपको दिए गए हैं। थ्रिफ्टी मीन कफ़ायत शाह, ठीक है, एंड पेनी पिंचिंग मीन कंजूस, यू हैव टू चूज़ इट, एंड थ्रिफ्टी इज़ अ करेक्ट, ओके। पुशी अपनी मनवाने वाला, पुशी अपनी मनवाने वाला, एग्रेसिव जारहाना। देन सो पॉजिटिव कैनोटेशन इज़ पुशी। पॉलिटिशियन सियासतदान, स्टेट्समैन, मुदब्बिर। सो पॉजिटिव कैनोटेशन इज़, मोर पॉजिटिव कैनोटेशन इज़ स्टेट्समैन, ओके। शेफ़ बड़ा बावर्ची, एंड कुक छोटे बावर्ची को कहते हैं, ठीक है। एंड करेक्ट पॉजिटिव कैनोटेशन इज़ शेफ़, ओके। स्लेंडर नाजुक को कहते हैं, दुबला पतले को कहते हैं। एंड नेक्स्ट इज़ स्किनी, you have to choose. Positive connotation is slender, नाजुक या दुबला पतला, you have to like. Next, D part, choose the appropriate connotations. जैसा कि मैं आपको कैनोटेशन के बारे में बता चुकी हूँ, कैनोटेशन किसको कहते हैं, जिसका कोई लुगत के हिसाब से कोई मफ़हूम रखता हो, कुछ ना कुछ माने ज़रूर रखता हो। तो इसमें आपने एप्रोप्रिएट बिल्कुल मुनासिब से आपने अल्फाज का चुनाव करना है। कि आपने मुंतखब करने हैं कौन सा आपके लिए बेहतर अप्रोप्रिएट है, मुनासिब जो है ना कैनोटेशन है, लुग़वी मफ़हूम जो रखता है। विच वुड फर्स्ट इज़ विच वुड यू रेदर बी कॉल्ड? थ्रिफ्टी, चीप। थ्रिफ्टी मीन कफ़ायत शार, चीप मीन कमीना घटिया। सो correct is connotation is thrifty. Which is more serious? Disaster is more serious. That is the correct or appropriate connotation. Which is more polite? Sip a drink or gulp it? Sip a drink जो ये आपको पता है ये जस्कियाँ जिसको कहते हैं लेकर पीना। गल्प इट मीन हड़प कर लेना। सो इट्स correct appropriate connotation is sip a drink. Which would you be if you had not eaten for several days? Hungry or starving? Hungry भूखे को कहते हैं, starving फाका ज़दा जिसको कहेंगे कि इसमें बेहतरीन कैनोटेशन यूज़ हुई है। Which would you be after a walk? Which would you be if you had not eaten for several days? अगर आपने several days से कई दिनों से कुछ नहीं खाया तो it's mean it's correct or appropriate connotation is starving. So next is which would you be after a walk in the mud? Filthy, गलीज़, dirty गंदगी को कहते हैं। Then here we use appropriate connotation dirty. Next, no, the secret was known to many. No, the secret was known to many. Here we use appropriate connotation open secret. 7. Mathematics is too hard for some. Here we use appropriate connotation not easy at all. 8. Surely you recognize somebody. Appropriate connotation is accept or no. Is there anything that I can do? Here we appropriate connotation we will use how can I keep myself busy. Next, E part, explain the following idioms and find their Urdu equivalents. आपने इन मुहावरात की वजाहत करनी है और उर्दू इक्वलेंट्स मीन उर्दू में हम मानी मुहावरे आपने फाइंड करने हैं, तलाश करने हैं। फर्स्ट इडियम इट इज़ ऑफ नो यूज़ क्राइंग ओवर स्पिल्ट मिल्क। स्पिल्ट मिल्क। एक्सप्लेनेशन, नो यूज़ टू एक्सप्रेस रिग्रेट ओवर थिंग्स डन। अब पछताए क्या हो जब चिड़ियाँ चुग गई खेत। डू नॉट पुट ऑफ टिल टुमारो, व्हाट कैन यू डू टुडे। Explanation, explains sentences, do not leave things undone that can be done suitably. Okay, आज का काम कल पर मत छोड़ो। Out of frying pan into the fire. Its explanation is out of one difficulty trapped mean caught up in another. आसमान से गिरा खजूर में अटका। Number 4, out of sight out of mind. आँख हो जाए पहाड़ हो जाए। Absence makes us forget one. As you sow, so shall you reap. Its explanation is you suffer or pain as you start in or set it going. जैसा करोगे वैसा भरोगे। So next start grammar portion, that is kinds of pronouns. Firstly, I will tell you about what are the kinds of pronouns. These pronouns are each individual part of a group separately, not collectively. ठीक है, as personal pronoun, reflexive pronoun, indefinite pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, relative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, distributive pronoun, existential pronoun, indefinite pronoun, empty or dumpy, that is it has no meaning, मीनिंगलेस, बेमानी जो होते हैं। रेसिप्रोकल, दो तरफ़ा होते हैं, ईच वन अनदर ईच अदर। ओके, नेगेटिव, नो, नन, नोबॉडी, नथिंग। Students, here there are only three kinds of pronoun that are used in these sentences. First sentence is hand me that hammer. So first of all I will tell you about demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative कहते हैं इशारे को. This, that, these, those. Okay, these are all called demonstrative pronoun. Reflexive, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, oneself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. These are all called reflexive pronoun. इंटेरोगेटिव रिफ्लेक्सिव मीन जिसमें ताकीद की जा रही हो अपनी ज़मीर ऐसा प्रोनाउन जो माकूस के तौर पे यूज़ हो रहा हो. इंटेरोगेटिव प्रोनाउन उसको कहते हैं जो सवालिया के लिए हो. हु, व्हाट, व्हाई, वेयर, देन, व्हेन, व्हाटएवर. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. हैंड मी दैट हैमर. दैट इज़ अ डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव प्रोनाउन. आई saw myself in the mirror. Myself is a reflexive pronoun. Who is there? Who is a personal pronoun. And who is a personal pronoun? Students, personal pronoun जो अपनी ज़मीर जो शख्सी के लिए इस्तेमाल हो, अपने लिए हो. आई, मी, यू, ही, माइन, योर्स, हिज, हर्स, ऑर्स, देयर्स. ओके. एंड he himself will be our new friend. Himself is a reflexive pronoun. As I have told you, is this your teacher's book? This is a demonstrative pronoun. Which is your pen? Which is a personal pronoun. So next is presented past participles used as adjectives. आपने ये पार्टिसिपल आपको फेल और जो सिफ्त है इसमें सिफ्त वर्बल एडजेक्टिव है उसका जो इकट्ठा होना है उसको कह सकते हैं हम. द पार्टिसिपल इज़ वर्ब एंड एडजेक्टिव कंबाइन. वी कैन कॉल इट अ वर्बल एडजेक्टिव. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल द प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल इज़ द प्रेजेंट टेंस वर्ब विद प्लस ing and participle is the simple present form of the verb plus ed or d or third form of the irregular verb. The past participle functions are as an adjective if it is in the transitive form. Transitive mean that can have an object. Okay, intransitive mean that cannot have a object and transitive have a object. मतलब कि अगर तो पास पार्टिसिपल जो है वो डी या ई डी के इजाफे के साथ हो रहा हो और उसके बाद हम उसको जो उसकी अपनी कंडीशन है उसके बाद हम थर्ड फॉर्म लगाते हैं तो उसको हम किस तरह कर सकते हैं कि एक इसम के तौर पे एक एडजेक्टिव के तौर पे जो कि काम करता है और उसको जैसे इंटरव्यू है तो इसका इंटरव्यूड आएगा, पास्ट में ईडी लगा दिया. इसी तरह अगर रेज है RAISE रेज है तो हमने इसके साथ डी लगा दिया, रेज्ड लगा दिया. नाउ यू हैव टू चूज एप्रोप्रिएट पार्टिसिपल. आई वॉज अम्यूज्ड बाय द वे शी एक्टेड इन द प्ले. ओके, अम्यूज्ड इज़ अ पास्ट पार्टिसिपल. डू यू फाइंड दिस टाइप ऑफ ह्यूमर अम्यूजिंग? अम्यूजिंग इज़ अ प्रेजेंट participle that is used as a adjective. So next B part, choose appropriate participles. The movie was really interesting or interested. The movie was really interesting. बहुत दिलचस्प थी. I thought means सोचा that it was a good lecture but I was not very interested in the topic. क्योंकि मैंने दिलचस्पी नहीं ली मैंने. Next, our town is so boring or bored. Our town is so boring. Okay, there is nothing to do here. Are you dash with the game already? क्या पहले ही गेम से क्या हो चुके हैं? Bored. Have you heard her laugh? It's so annoying. Have. Present participle. I'm really dash with one of my co-workers. Annoyed. Past participle. The city was damaged during the storm. Past participle. The information was quite dash to his reputation. Damaging. This treatment is really great. It makes me feel so relaxed. I didn't like that movie. I thought it was too depressing. Next, gerund phrase. The gerund phrase includes the gerund and the object of the gerund or any modifiers related to the gerund. In the following example, the gerund is bold and the gerund phrase is underlined. So the students gathered their signatures for increasing the hours of the library. Students, gerund phrase is made up of a gerund and its complement. Complement means completer or a word or a phrase that describes it, and modifiers, words which give extra information about it. Next is infinitive pronoun phrase that includes the infinitive and object of the infinitive that are any modifiers related to the infinitive. In the following example, the infinitive is bold and the infinitive phrase is underlined. Every cricket team has a captain to direct the other players. An infinitive phrase is made up of infinitive which often starts with to and functions as a noun, as an adjective, or as an adverb. That is called an infinitive phrase. Its complements mean which words which complete its meaning, or any modifiers means words that give additional information about it. That is called infinitive phrase. Meaning to plus present tense verb, that is called infinitive phrase. For example, to climb on a rock, to swim in a dangerous water. Next is the prepositional phrase. The prepositional phrase includes the preposition and the object of preposition or any modifiers related to the preposition. In the following example, the preposition is bold and the preposition phrase is underlined. So Samra could hear her sister snoring across the room. Phrase is the room and the across is bold. That is prepositional phrase. Preposition with its subject and any other words, that is called a prepositional phrase. It functions as also an adjective and an adverb phrase. And prepositional phrase begins with a preposition and ends with a noun or a pronoun. For example, in a minute, into the well, by the shop. So students, let's start part C. Identify gerund phrases, infinitive phrases and prepositional phrases in the following sentences. So students, first is Maria fell over the cat. Over the cat. What is it? Infinitive phrase, gerund phrase or prepositional phrase? It is prepositional phrase. Why? Because it starts with over, and I have told you about that. A prepositional phrase begins with a preposition. Preposition is our and ends with a noun or pronoun, and there is used cat, that is a noun. So correct is prepositional phrase. So next is the strikers held a meeting to discuss the terms of employers. Infinitive phrase, gerund phrase, prepositional phrase. It is infinitive phrase. Why? Because it start. Infinitive phrases start with to. To is infinitive phrase and to is infinitive and to discuss the terms of employers, that is a present tense verb. Okay. Next is third. After learning the parts of speech, the class began studying punctuation. Infinitive phrase, gerund phrase or prepositional phrase. It is gerund phrase. Why it is called gerund phrase? Because it modifiers that were words which give extra information about it. So when students learning the parts of speech and they have been now they have been studying punctuation, that is an extra information, extra word, that is a gerund phrase. And after learning the parts of speech is a gerund phrase. because gerund phrase is made up of a gerund and its complement. Completer means words, phrase that describes it. Next is, will someone to be here soon to open the door? To open the door. It is a infinitive phrase. To start with the to and next open the door. Present tense verb use. Talha visited Turkey while studying the history of Turkish art. Infinitive phrase, gerund phrase or prepositional phrase of Turkish art. Of, that is start with of and it is called prepositional phrase. Okay, next, before putting too much effort into the project, you should get some guidance from your boss. Infinitive phrase, gerund phrase or prepositional phrase. It is a gerund phrase because it gives extra information about it, putting too much effort into the project, and you should get guidance from your boss. Next is, does the captain want us to lower the sails before we enter the harbor? Infinitive phrase, gerund phrase or prepositional phrase. It is to lower the sails. That is infinitive phrase because to is used at the beginning and sail is used as a present tense verb. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayka.